What's going on, everyone? Welcome to another episode of Kuzimato Talks, and today we have a very special guest. What's going on, everyone? Welcome to another episode of Kuzimato Talks, and today we have a special guest. We have a state champion in the building. We have Toriano Hollie. How you feeling?
Feeling good, man. Blessed. Thankful to be a part, man. Appreciate the invite.
Of course, man. Welcome to the show. Appreciate you pulling up.
Yeah,
Got to start it right. I've been doing this thing where I ask all my guests, first thing of the episode, how's your mental health?
Good, bro. Great. I mean, everything's pretty good right now. You know, every day has its own challenges, but taking care of my son, coming off that state run, you know.
Yeah.
Great. Everything
Can we just jump into that off rip? I mean, I'm sure that's all you've been talking about for the last 2 weeks maybe?
No, not for real. I mean, it was a lot during the season, but I was so locked in, and it really wasn't even nothing to talk about. Cause the only people around me was people the coaches, and then my immediate family. I didn't have time to do nothing else. So
right.
I wasn't really talking it. I was just doing it, you know. And I was working on obviously third shift too. So third shift going to that, third shift going to that. Got my son. Got to take care of my girl.
Yeah, and what's crazy is you said your son's 6 months?
4.
4 months. So you have your son, boom. You win state, boom. It's just big.
He was with me at state. If you go back and look at some pictures, he was with me at the super sectional win. He was with me at state. When we won state, I got him in my arms.
That's crazy.
So yeah.
That's the Rondo moment. You know, when his son was behind him after they won.
That's something he gonna remember. So if he gets into sports, which I'm not saying he will, I'm not gonna force on him. That's something he's definitely gonna remember. He's gonna
for sure.
When they put our picture up at Manual, he's gonna be in the picture.
That's tough.
That's tough, ain't it?
That's tough. Okay, so I didn't even know maybe until midway through this season that you were coaching. So were you coaching from the jump, or when did you start coaching?
I've been coaching, just not prior to this magnitude. So
okay,
I got into it by doing travel ball. Somebody from Galesburg,
right.
A dude by the name of Austin Andrews. I refed his game in Bloomington.
I saw you ref because you posted pictures with obviously the ref shirt on.
Mm-hmm.
So I knew that, but coaching, that's that.
I mean, I never really had thought about it for real. Like I said, I was coaching. I coached at Coastal Middle School for a closed down for 2 years. So I did that, which is just somebody asked me to do it, and that was right before COVID. I think I wasn't doing nothing, so it's why not?
Might as well.
I love basketball. I wasn't working or nothing, so I did that. Got into AAU, and then ran into big homie Marvin. He's come to Manual, and at first I was nah. Then I was people somebody asked you to do something like that. It's not something you take lightly or turn down. It's
you really had to consider that.
Yeah, so it's crazy to think that I almost didn't do it, and then we ended up winning state. Ain't that crazy?
That's crazy.
So I'm happy I did it.
Look at God, for real. That's...
Yeah, it was just a lot with my son being born. That was the biggest thing why I wasn't going to do it. Not I didn't want to do it, but that was definitely hard to juggle. Yeah. So it worked out, though.
But you made it happen, exactly.
Yeah, it worked out.
So, do you think you were like that when you were in high school?
What you mean?
Like that, on the court?
Yeah, I always held my own. You can't. I mean, everywhere I went, I held my own.
And where all did you go?
I went to Delaware. So I mean, my senior year, did nobody beat us? Nobody in the area, I don't think. I mean,
What year was that?
I was 14. So.
Y'all went undefeated?
No, we didn't go undefeated. We lost it. We had a couple bad losses in there, but we ended up getting we only got as far as the regional championship. But that was I would say we were the best team in the area other than Limestone, to me personally. So other than Limestone, we were definitely the best.
Who was
team
on that Limestone team?
That was Katie, David Anderson, Terrence Shelby, Hank Matthews, but we beat them both years. So that was our rivalry game.
Right.
So, I played travel with some of those kids Terrence Shelby, Chris Williams, Lorenzo Burns. So they always had me hyped to play. So.
And it's crazy that, I remember just seeing, old heads, right? Whether it's barbershop talk or just out at, another high school game. And they talk about their days of high school games. That's going to be y'all. You know what I mean? Y'all got to experience something that, even when people in the NBA, I hear them talk about, college and high school, it's still different. They talk about, going to their state championship in high school and, the people that they see, and they're oh, we whipped y'all. And it's y'all still thinking about that even after being in the NBA. So you were fortunate enough to be a part of some good basketball that, no matter how long it is, you'll still be able to be hey, you remember when we whipped your ass in our da 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 da? And like, it would be a good conversation.
No, I wouldn't never. See, I never got into it like that because it's just like I feel like I had a good career, but I feel like me personally, I didn't do enough individually. A lot of my stuff was like more team success because I wasn't like a superstar. I was like more of like a
very humble answer.
I was like
Chris Paul.
Yeah, I was like a glue guy, floor general, like make sure everything goes smoothly.
A TJ McConnell, like
nah, not TJ.
He said I'm not taking TJ.
TJ,
I had
decent
Chris Paul,
but TJ getting paid though, so I'm not saying that.
And TJ's like that. If we're gonna, he's
Yeah.
not a star. Just like you said, he's not a star. He's not. I don't even want to compare him to anybody else. But TJ on a team, I think, brings a lot of value.
Yeah, and he's still hooping to this day. Like he built like it's hard to stay in the NBA, so I can't knock him when he been in the NBA almost 5+ years, 7 years.
Right.
Hard to do. So
and doing his part.
I never got to that level, so who am I to say? You know.
You seem like a very humble guy. Like, you know, you don't want to take too much shine, and then you also don't want to like diminish others too much. So.
No, basketball is like life, bro. Like basketball, like think about it. Everybody look at it differently. Like everything is really opinion. I could be like for instance, we can get into like, you could be like LeBron James the best player all the time. And then I could be like Kevin Durant the best player all the time. I don't think that, but like.
But then you break it down. Like why?
Yeah. So it's like you just break it down like that.
So who is the best player of all time?
I mean, it's opinion.
No, your opinion.
My opinion. I ain't gonna lie. I go back and forth all the time. I go back and forth between Jordan and LeBron. I'm not gonna lie, cause Jordan was really doing this really doing this like ahead of time. Like, and then I could imagine like if he was in, he's the only person that could play in both eras. Like he played in that era and dominated. He would dominate in this era too.
Oh, for sure.
But like when you look at LeBron, like, bro, like 6'8", moving like that, doing the stuff that he's done, and playing against better competition. That's the only thing that people can slight Jordan on. LeBron played against better competition.
Okay, and here's my thing, and I'll stamp this. If we're talking about overall better at basketball, it's LeBron James. I'm sorry to say it, and like
that's an opinion though.
That's an opinion, right?
Because he got to that finals how many times and lost. But that's me being devil's advocate.
Okay, right, and there's so many ways you can go back and forth between the two. That's why there's no definite answer, and that's why LeBron obviously still wants these accolades. It means so much to him. He still wants to keep playing because he wants to prove he's better than Jordan. Like whether he wants to admit it or not. Obviously,
he don't have to prove nothing though, because the only way for him to, I feel like for me personally as a basketball like junkie, the only way for him to prove that would be to play him 1-on-1, and we'll never get that. So there's no point of comparing, bro.
Yes, but I agree completely because logically that's what makes sense. But according to media, especially like sports media,
that's the thing though, media, bro. Like
media, if we're gonna be honest, runs the opinion because if all of media. If Stephen A. Smith,
but they don't play basketball at that level, so why do we value their opinion that
you're
much?
thinking intelligently. You're thinking like someone who knows the game of basketball and has their own formulated opinion. I'm not thinking about like us who can think of our own opinions. Okay. I'm thinking of the masses. So like you have your random, not even just a female, a guy who knows sports. He knows the game of basketball, but he's not tapped in. He doesn't know basketball. So everyone around him is saying, LeBron has passed Jordan. Do you think he's going to continue to say, obviously there's the Jordan fans who are, no matter what, Jordan, Jordan, Jordan. But I'm talking about the average person in the world even. If the narrative is LeBron has passed Jordan, they're not going against that narrative. It's already been the narrative. It's what social media says. Oh, LeBron did this and Jordan did whatever it is. They're just going to go with that. But the sports media is not ready to let go of Jordan as number one yet.
I feel like you can't though, because you gotta like respect the history, you know. So like to really break it down, like if I want to go the best winner of all time, it has to be what, like Wilt or Jordan, like Jordan.
Well, Bill Russell.
Yeah, Bill Russell. So you know, like they won a lot, like they won the ring, like you know what I'm saying. It's not like the Warriors, they won 73-9, like no, they won the whole thing. They could have won like
right.
You feel me?
But no doubt that's the best team ever because there's no argument. That Warriors team. I just don't want to hear any argument. Like, who are you going to put up against that Warriors team? Even though they lost the finals, I don't care. I'm just saying overall.
Bro. I don't know, bro.
You can put that team and...
You talking about the one where they had KD, right?
Yes. That team against any other team, 10 times.
I don't know. There's 3 teams that are... See, it's like a 1A, 1B thing because it's like...
I would love to hear the team that's gonna give them a run
So
for
the,
their money.
the 3 teams that I think would give them a run for their money, just my personal opinion, would be that Dwayne Wade and the LeBron James Heat team, and then that Spurs team. Spurs, which year? Let me think. When they
When
had
Kawhi got
Leonard.
the MVP,
Yeah,
the
bro.
Finals MVP,
Because if you put Kawhi on KD, bro, they got it's a system, bro. Like I don't know, bro.
I just can't believe that Tony Parker or any
And they
guard, Manu
lost.
Ginobili, is guarding Steph Curry. There's just no way.
I mean, Kyrie. What's the difference between Manu Ginobili and Kyrie?
Okay, Kyrie, yes. Okay, that's a fair point. I'll say that. But still,
What?
even with that being said, what's the difference between...
He don't even start, so why we even include? He didn't even start. He started something,
Right, but
like,
I even included that into that team. But you can put Kyrie as well on Steph. Yes, he had his moments against Steph in the finals, of course.
Yeah.
But you're telling me on
They
a
won,
nightly
though.
basis, there's any player stopping prime Steph. And you can name anyone who's ever played the game of basketball. You're telling me there's anyone who's stopping prime Steph. That's the first problem, right? You
I mean-
put Kawhi on KD, cool.
But he still has to. But like, this is me playing devil's advocate again.
Of course.
Like when you think of Steph Curry, you only think offense, but there's 2 sides to the game. So like, I can go get. Let's just say I go get a really good defensive player who's just going to guard him the whole game. He don't care about scoring.
Right.
And keep some other 20 points. Then what?
Doesn't necessarily. Name that player.
I mean, they lost.
They lost. You're right. But we're talking about the better team. So if
The better overall skilled team is the word, but sometimes the skilled team doesn't. The more skilled team doesn't always win. I say that every
you're
day in
fair,
basketball.
right? So if we're talking like legit basketball, obviously best of 7, I do believe there are teams that could win. But I just can't believe there's any team that's better in any like yes, maybe defensively, maybe in if you want to get technical, but overall team, can you name me a better team than them?
Player for player.
Player for player, and if we're, yes, defense, right? But like offensively, there's no team that's going to put up numbers that they're going to put
What
up.
about Showtime Lakers?
With Kobe and Shaq?
No, that's 2000 Lakers. I'm talking about Magic Johnson and them. Showtime Lakers.
Okay, and here's my thing, right? Here's where defense comes into playing a part for your side. Like, if you're playing devil's advocate, because back then, defense is dirty. Like, you know, if they're going to go by rules where they can, like, mesh, you know, or go by their rules,
There's
whatever.
too many hypotheticals.
There's too many hypotheticals, but no matter what, offensively, there's no team putting up the numbers they're putting up. So defense has to be on point. 100%.
No, that Heat team with
Is
Dwayne
not-
and LeBron definitely could, bro, for sure. I'm not saying they would win, but they would definitely put up numbers, bro. Bro. I really go watch the highlights of what they were doing, bro. Like it looked like an AAU game.
Yes, I agree.
This is the best talent. It's not like we playing like this to everybody. It's the best talent in the world in the NBA, and it looks like open gym.
And if we're playing that devil's advocate, just like you said, the KD team, worst team they lost. That Heat team, first time they tried it, they lost to the Mavericks. So it took them a while for them to, you know what, get it together. But I hear what you're saying, and I can't necessarily argue because they're, like you said, too many hypotheticals.
They got there, but like you said though, like yeah, they lost, but like they still got there. So imagine if they stayed together 7 or 8 years. The first year they got together, they got there. Like you know, they got there. They in the fact that they in the championship game. Like, so it's like, what more can you? Some people never get there. Al Horford never got there.
Okay. If we can go off of a Peoria team for team, 5 versus 5, we can go back and forth, right? All time.
Okay.
And matter of fact, I'll even give you the first pick.
Okay.
Peoria all-time, and we're going to go high school. Peoria all-time high school.
Okay.
5 versus 5, you get first pick.
No, you get first pick.
You know my first pick.
Pick him.
Sean Livingston.
Okay. That is crazy that you just said that. You want Sean?
I'm going Sean.
Give me Lawrence Alexander.
Ooh.
I'll take Lawrence.
Okay.
Is it like positionless or we got to pick by position? Like, do I got to pick a point guard, shooting guard, small forward, power forward, center? I can pick whoever I want.
We can get position less, but like let's not get crazy with all guards or all
Okay,
bigs.
do 3 guards, 2 bigs.
Okay, deal.
Or you could pick 3 guards. They can be guards or forwards.
Okay. Right. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go second pick. I'm gonna go Surge.
Okay.
Manual vibes.
I got Howard. Howard Nathan.
Ooh, you
Yeah.
stuck it with Manual. Okay.
I mean, they killers, bro.
Killers.
They go get her,
killers.
and they play both sides of the ball. Not saying your players can't, but like,
But they play both. Right.
Yeah.
100%. Because I just know people are gonna get on my ass, but this is my starting five.
it's your
to
own
everyone,
personal
right.
farm. That's the
This
media, bro. See that you let them the media dictate what you want
Right,
to do, bro.
you know what I
See,
mean?
you can't worry about
This
that.
is mine.
Yeah. You think GMs worry about that when they doing stuff? You think the GM for the Mavericks was worried about when he traded Luka?
You
Like,
feel me?
you gotta go for it.
I'm gonna go Frank Williams.
That's a good pick.
Yeah,
That
I'm
was
gonna
my-
keep
that was
it
my
down
next
south.
pick.
Yeah,
That was
gonna
my
be your
next pick.
I see. I don't know why I hesitated on it, but we're gonna go Frank Williams.
Okay, I got Lawrence. I got Howard. Give me Donis. Donis Foot.
That's a scope. That's a scope. Ooh wee. Now we're getting to the like.
So
Who
what we got left? 2 bigs.
Yeah.
Okay. Bigs or forwards.
Ooh, I got a crazy curveball.
Go ahead.
Nah, I just really gotta think because I know I'm gonna miss some people. No matter what, on my list, there's gonna be someone who I didn't think of, and I'm like, oh shit. But I'm gonna be confident in my 5 no matter what. But if now we're on the bigs, I don't care. I'm gonna say it.
Say it.
If you want to call him a big, we'll put him at power forward.
Okay.
I'm going prime Ashton Beam.
Okay. I play with Ashton, so that's cool.
Bro, Ashton at some like I don't know when I said basketball like high school, he always comes to my mind because I've seen him go crazy.
Yeah. I played. So I didn't play with him, but he played. We played for the same AAU program, the Peoria Heat team. So
So you've seen, and I think he only got to like sophomore year before he's was
I'm
out
talking
of
about this
school.
like prime Ashton, like 8th grade freshman year Ashton, like Illinois Hustle,
Bro.
like Illinois Hustle Ashton,
Yes,
Peoria Heat
Ashton
Ashton, St.
was
Louis Eagles Ashton.
Bro, going crazy.
But I still think there are some players better than him.
Yeah, and I know I'm missing some players,
But no, you good, though.
This is my list, and this is what I've also seen. So like,
You got Ashton.
I got Ash, and that's the curveball in there.
I would have never expected you to say that. Respectable. So I
We're
got
gonna stick
Lawrence.
with it.
Shout out my boy Ashton. So Lawrence, Howard, Adonis.
Adonis.
Give me Max Befield. Give me him.
I think I'm sleep. I'm not gonna lie.
Notre Dame, Big Ten,
Big Ten.
with the Michigan. Play for pure Irish. Raw.
Damn.
Him and Drew Blumenshine, definitely something where I play, but that's something like how you feel about Ashton. Like,
Yeah.
it's like there was this thing that this dude in our community named Gavin Sullivan used to do called the it was like the Illinois Irish like team camp where like the best players in the area came and played. So like one of my years I played with him. And nah, bro was like 6'9", 6'8", like real like bucket. Like it was one of the first like stretch bigs I ever seen. Like be that big and like shoot threes and could bang like I'm talking about like he would come off screens and like shoot threes. Like 6'9", like 250. I was like, yeah. I was like probably like a freshman. He was probably like a senior.
Going crazy. So right, okay, so exactly how I saw Ashton, and if I'm gonna be honest, he didn't get to his full potential. Just like you said,
course.
the Heat, days you saw the like spark, just like all the like other AAU my hoop mixtape videos you see, right? But like I do think I'm giving a little bit more to his way just because I saw what he could have been, but that's okay because this is my 5 and prime him. I'm still picking.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. Because when you put a bunch of good players on one team, you never know. There's always going to be that
never
one
know.
X factor,
Exactly.
And he's kind of like positionless too. Like he plays.
And that's what I was thinking too. Like I
Yeah.
could put him at the power forward, but really he could bring the ball up.
Yeah,
You know
he
what I
played
mean?
like 1 through 4. So that's great. I just ran into him like 2 years ago. Hope bro doing well.
Hope he's doing well.
I ain't
I never
seen
got to really know him, but like still, like
Mhm.
obviously hope he's doing well. Sending positive energy.
Yeah, my boy.
I got 1 Central, Sean. I got 2 Manual, Serge, Frank. I got 1 Richwoods. Honestly, we're going bigs. Let me just keep it Richwoods and we're gonna keep it current. I'm going Lathan.
Ooh,
we're gonna keep it current.
18 is tough.
I've seen him go crazy.
I reffed his game.
Okay, so you've seen it firsthand,
So
like,
that's
right
what's
there.
crazy is so like 2-3 years ago, I reffed his game at EYBL Session 1 in Indiana, where he played up on the Bradley Bill Elite team. So like he was like I think 15 at the time or 16. He was playing up 17. Started like
Wow.
serving.
See, I was late to the show. Like I saw when he was going crazy at Richwoods, and he was already what, a senior at Richwoods, junior.
Yeah. So like we got this we got to see him. I got to see him play against talent in that state, and I got to see him play against the best talent in the country. He like there was no drop off.
See,
There
and
was no drop off.
that really just tells you about a player. Like it doesn't matter where they're at. Like,
Shout
they're
out
gonna go
Lathan.
crazy. Shout out Lathan. Like
Still play Fortnite with him. That's crazy.
man, you get like also like tapped into these hooper kids early
Yeah.
because you're in like the camps. You're in coaching already. You're reffing, so like you get to see the talent for yourself before they go
Blow
to
up.
D1 colleges and
Mm-hmm.
But you're at 4 right now.
Lawrence. So I got Howard at the 1. I got Lawrence at the 2. I got Donis at the 3. I got Max at the 5. I need a 4. Can I use my phone real quick? Or no?
Yeah.
If we can't, I won't.
Okay, but what are you gonna look up?
I want to compare two people together real quick. I got 2 people in my head, but I want to know who's taller.
Okay, if you're for sure only looking up that, okay, cool.
I got you. I'll show you.
As long as your 2 people are locked in and
Yeah.
like there's not like, oh, I forgot about this. Okay.
No.
Because Ashton Bean came off the whim, and I stuck with that.
And I got 2 people in my mind.
Okay.
But I got to make sure. No, he from. See, the dude I was gonna say he from Lincoln.
Okay.
So
You got to make sure these are Peoria bred.
yeah.
And I obviously have some honorable mentions out there.
No, you good.
This is my starting 5.
Brian Randall. He went to Notre Dame.
What year?
I'm not sure.
See, Chico, you just be pulling stuff.
No, I knew. I didn't know.
The cut.
Well, the other one didn't matter though. So I was gonna say Brian Cook or Brian Randall. But
Okay.
Brian Cook from Lincoln, Illinois.
Right.
So he didn't count.
And how tall is Brian Reynolds?
Like 6'8". Let me see how tall Max Beefield is.
6'8". Who on my team? How tall is Lathan?
I don't know. Probably 6'6", 6'5".
And
Maybe
he's
6'7".
big. He's like,
He is big. He is big.
the paint's cool.
Max Beefield.
Ashton being in his prime was a little skinny, but put him in the weight room for this season.
So who is Max right here? So who's your guy? Who's Ashton Gardner on my team though?
How tall is this guy?
6'7", 245.
He's gonna have to get him.
And nah, he's cooked.
He's cooked.
In my opinion.
Okay, so that's your guy that's gonna have to go crazy, right?
I mean, no, he just like a stretch big. He
Okay.
big. He gonna rebound and he gonna shoot threes.
So this is
That's
also
my center, by the way.
this is your center.
Yeah, Max, that's my center.
How what's his percentage looking like from the 3?
I mean, you can look it up when he shot
Okay.
in high school.
Because we're gonna ask the viewers, we're gonna ask the chat, whose team do y'all think is gonna win? And like obviously I have my people, like I said, I got Ashton Bean, I have Lathan. These are all recent compared to a lot of GOATs, but like, do y'all even know who his last pick was? Like that Notre Dame guy? Are we like being for real? But,
Yeah,
you're
20.
very strategic.
He played at Michigan and Indiana. And he won the Big Ten Sixth Man of the Year, 2015, 2016. And then my man's were like.
But that's what I mean, you're cheating. Like,
I'm
how
not
did you
cheating.
even know somebody
I
like
played
that?
with him. I like okay, so like
Right.
take it about like this. Growing up, I grew up in like the basketball scene. So like my dad was like one of the first people that I knew that like refed. So like when I was like 5th or 6th grade, I was at all the games, getting to see everybody.
Fair.
So I got to see like I remember going to like I played in District 150 obviously. So like I was good, but I was always small. So like I was good enough to play up. So like when I would have to play with people older than me. So I always played against like Preston Wells, like people like that.
He was on the honorable mention
Yeah.
list too. I was thinking of him.
Like Preston Wells, Jeremiah Johnson, Xavier,
Old guard.
Bobo. Like I always had to play up against them. Marvin, Kiki. Like I always had to play up against them. So like I got to see I was just like
You played against Bobo?
like
Smith?
like open gym and stuff. They older than me, so like I was like a better defender. So like nobody ever wanted to guard them. I didn't care because I was young. I just wanted to play. So like
How old are you?
Bro, it's like I'm talking like it's like back in like bro, I'm like in 5th or 6th grade, bro, and we like at Carver like on Saturday mornings, bro, like Carver, bro,
And
Carver.
was he playing hard?
Yeah, they was cooking me. Bro, bro, when I was like in 7th and 8th grade, I used to ride my bike. I used to live on what's that, the north, the east. I used to live by like emos. Me and like my friends would ride our bike all the way from emos to manual open gym, bro, like dead ass,
Damn.
and like
So
to hoop, bro.
ball was life at a young age.
Yeah, like who want to sit in the house all day?
I love that because I feel like nowadays we're raising kids that I'm not personally, and I know you're not, but like are more comfortable sitting in the crib playing the game than going outside riding bikes, hooping. You know what I mean? Playing tag.
It's a different generation though.
Different
It's too
generation,
much
but
technology. Like
too much technology. We're starting to be old heads because you know how the old heads were like, oh, this generation, da da da. But like,
no, I ain't no old head, bro. I'm but I ain't old.
you're
Like
not old.
there ain't nothing I can't do. I'm 30, right? So there ain't nothing I can't do now that I wasn't doing at 18 or 17. Like I can still go. Like, I can go run a mile right now. I can do everything, bro.
Okay, so physically, yes.
Yeah.
Do you meditate?
Mm, I used to. I ain't gonna lie, I haven't been lately. I've been praying more.
Nice. And I think that keeps you level headed for real.
Yeah. Shout out to my girl. She stay on me about that.
That's
So
fire.
so yeah. But like
Wow, wait. We're gonna. So your girl stays on you about praying,
about everything. But yeah, praying is one
but
of the
like
top three
that's
things.
a key into like I think a successful relationship is the things that you know are gonna elevate your partner, whether it's working out, praying, staying motivated for other things, but like that requires discipline to like always know like I'm gonna pray. I need to pray. I need to talk to God, and she's on you about that. So like
Yeah.
that's a key trait that you know you want to have in your girl
Everybody.
and everyone, of course.
Everybody. There shouldn't be nobody around you that don't want you to be successful. Like any sign of like hate and stuff like that, you just need to move away from around them. You know, because
That's big,
it's gonna mess up your energy.
of
That's
course.
how I feel. So like like looking back at like to speak on that, like I can see I didn't understand it, but like growing up, I could just always had like this vision and like stuff I wanted to do and like this position I wanted to get to. And if I had stayed around certain people, I wouldn't be
You
standing here
wouldn't,
right now.
right?
So
That's big,
like I didn't understand that till now, you know?
right? But exact. So it's big that you can see that, and even back then you could see this energy I'm getting is negative, and I wasn't able to see that. I'm gonna be honest. Like there was a roommate I was living with, and at the time, yeah, I just had to say it. Like, are you laughing because of pause or?
No, I've been there before too, bro.
Okay,
Cause you don't notice it, bro.
you
Cause you
don't
like because like
know.
you like I rock with you, so it's like you know like
I'd expect you to just want
yeah, you
like
know.
good things, you know?
But you like, start paying attention, like no, like
Like
I didn't
bro's
really.
hating low key.
But it's like me and somebody could be close, right? And they could do something that make me feel some type of way. But I'm not gonna address it because I value the friendship, you know, because I value like the stuff that we got going on. But like now it's eating at me every day. So like every time I'm around you, it's like I don't even feel comfortable no more. Like
I
I'm
don't even,
starting to like go into like a
you
shell
don't
of
fuck with me,
myself.
so I don't like.
No, I'm not saying like that. I'm just saying I do rock with you, bro. You
No,
know that,
not you
bro.
personally, but I'm
Oh,
saying like in that friend aspect of like
yeah, friends.
you don't fuck with me like that. Like, yeah, you might fuck with me on some like, yo, bro, what's up? Let's gas, let's da da da. But like, if you don't want to see me grow, and I'm not talking about you personally, I'm just talking about specifically, I'm talking about my roommate at that time. But like, using your example of whoever you're talking about is you don't fuck with me enough to like root for me no matter what. You fuck with me enough to be like, if we're on the same type of timing, cool. We can gas together. We can da da da
No, that's
together.
not
But
true.
like
I want everybody to win.
you personally,
Yeah.
but you're. I don't know if you
I
have
want
something
you
in
to win.
mind.
That's why I'm here, bro. Like, bro, you don't
Yes.
understand. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and cap like we've been the closest of friends. But it's like whenever I see you, never heard no dirt thrown on your name.
Yes.
Never heard you about doing nothing crazy. Whenever I see you, it's good vibes. You partying, you turn. You feel me? And I went to school with your brother, so like
For
it
sure.
was a lot of times I wasn't even around you, but your brother always bring you up, and then people think fun of
That's
Kuda,
love.
but I
Shout
rock
out
with
to Kuda.
Kuda. I rock
Yeah,
with Kuda heavy, bro. Like I had class with Kuda at Peoria Christian, bro. Like
that's
I
fine.
sat next to him
Yeah.
at Peoria Christian, bro, in Bible class. Like I chopped it up with him every day. Like nobody want to sit by him. I sit by him at the lunch table, bro.
And that's like
Yeah,
OG Kuda. Like that's
yeah,
not
bro.
Kuda after he got like famous.
Yeah,
But
bro.
this is Kuda like
I
this.
know Kuda, bro. I know
That's
the
fire.
real Kuda. And Kuda, but Kuda ain't never really changed though. You know,
It's been the same
it's
Kuda.
organic. You know.
It's organic. And like I appreciate you saying that because I fuck with you too. And everything I see for you, I want success. But just to clarify, I was speaking of like a hypothetical of the other person thinking that
Okay.
like they don't fuck with you. Like
Yeah.
cuz for an example, I fuck with you, and you just like you clarified, I fuck with you enough that no matter what you do, if it's successful or if it's gearing you in a better place, I'm all for it. So I don't mind dropping a like or a love like comment
Yeah,
or
you feel
just
me?
even telling you like, bro, keep doing
Yeah.
your shit. So like that is a different type of fuck with you than like back, like I said, my roommate, like I fuck with you on some like let's gas together, let's talk about this together, but like you're making music, I don't really fuck with your music. And like I don't expect you to be like, hey, your shit fire, da da da. But like I was getting hating energy. And it took
Oh, for real?
yes, and it took years of him actually owning up to it, admitting it that like
What if he really didn't like it though? Is that hating if he really don't
if
like
he
it?
really didn't like it, I feel like I would have been able to get that energy. And then I would have been able to like understand why he didn't like it. But if it's just like for an example, and this is how deep it was to me, is that like this is my first time like out living by myself. I'm living free, I'm making music, I'm about to be this big rap star, da da da. And I'm showing like my best friends, you know, my roommates, my music. And like one, I could tell he would fuck with me just to like fuck with me, but he didn't like that music. So I could read that energy. Like, I appreciate you just saying like you like this part, right? Because this isn't really your type of music. But then the other roommate would be like, wow, you really tried to hit that high note. Like, hey, like, yes, if it was constructive criticism on
I feel
like,
you hate,
right,
like
like if
you know the
I feel like you could
difference.
hit this note a little different, or maybe if you tried this something, but like it was just like the comments were very like, I don't know, just weird. And even my first show, the one roommate showed up, but that one who said that type of shit
Didn't
didn't.
show up.
And everybody was like, why didn't you show up? And he was like, oh, like my show came on, or like some weird vibe. So it was like that ate at me for the longest time. And after years of, you know, whatever, and I brought it up to him and he owned up to it and he said, you know, I think I was just jealous. Cool. But back then I didn't know that. And it hurt me so bad.
For
Like,
real.
yes.
See,
And
me, I'm an ass. I can't let it go. Like, you probably got.
okay.
I'm like, I'm very open. Like, people say I'm quiet, but like, I just don't feel the need to say something. Cause like, if we not close, if we not cool enough or close, I'm not gonna even like bring it up. Cause it's like, I'm
Right.
not even around you enough to even address how I really feel. Cause like, you're not gonna value my emotions or opinions anyway,
Regardless.
regardless. So there's no point. But like, if I know, like, we gonna like, if we really locked in, I should be able to speak openly. I should be able. This should be a
Right.
safe space for both of us. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. And
So
to be honest, if we're speaking on me and you, like I feel like I remember and I'll always appreciate it. And this is how deep it was to me that I will always appreciate. Whenever the first time it was you heard my music, you didn't have to reach out to me, but you reached out to me and you said, I fuck with this
on
shit.
Snapchat,
Yes, this shit is
I remember
fire.
that, bro.
And back, like I
And
said,
it
back,
was different, bro.
yes, back,
You was on it
right,
before music was like everybody. I feel like everybody trying to do music right now. Everybody can't do music,
right,
but you was
right,
like when nobody was doing music, you was actually trying, like putting time into it. So it's just like I seen like you was like I'm finna do music. And it's like okay, like 3 weeks go by. Okay, I'm in the studio. I got a Snapchat in the studio. I'm like okay, I'm still peeping it. Okay,
right.
now you putting out like actually putting out songs like. So it's like I seen you actually like I didn't expect you to be like, you know what I'm saying,
That's fire.
Drake the first 2 months, but
Right,
like
right.
you get better with practice, you know. So that's
And
why I swiped up and said something
yes,
because I want thing can go a long way, you know.
and I appreciate that because even little things like that, you didn't know, but that took me a long way. So even just hearing like, because like I said, like, yes, we have positive energy towards each other, and I'm glad we do. But like, I didn't know you from the jump. You didn't know me from the jump. But when we met, you know, good energy, and it's been that way since. So like, that's a relationship that I think I personally will value more than maybe it is someone I see every day, but like, it's not all genuine energy. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like, it could be family. It could be people you grew up with and they've been around your whole life for forever.
yeah,
But if I see you, I know there's no negative energy. If
yeah,
it's something like this, earlier before the pod started rolling, we were talking about doing other things, sports podcasts, and doing this, doing that. Like, that's something I'd rather build off than someone who's already did me wrong and I had to forgive them. And, like, you know, it's just different. Like,
yeah. You would know, bro. If I had a
for
problem
sure.
with you, but you would know. Trust me.
Same way, same way.
You
I'm
know,
open.
anybody that I ever had a problem with knew.
Right.
So it's just it's what it is. That don't mean like we gonna fight or get into it. It's just like stop talking to me, or it's gonna escalate to something more. You know, something like a negative to a bigger negative situation. You being negative, I feel some type of way about it. Okay, so now me as a man, I'm finna address it, and I've been like that since I was little. So now I'm addressing it. And it's like either you gonna stop or you know, whatever's gonna happen, gonna happen. You know, so it's time for me to move around. But beyond all that, that's why I said I want everybody to win. Because when you want everybody to win, that don't even it's not even, that shouldn't even be a thought process in my mind. That's just young childish me. Like if you do something I don't like, I'm going to obviously act out negative way. Like, why am I even thinking like that's a little kid mindset, you
That
know?
is a little kid mindset. But like
So
I can appreciate that. It feels like I'm talking to a grown man right now because I
I
feel
am,
like
bro. I'm grown,
yeah,
bro.
but okay, but hear me out on this. There's older men who I've seen in my life, whether I worked with them, whether I just met them on da da da, like at here, whatever. But their mindset is like you peaked at maybe like high school or maybe like in your 20s and you just never grew after that. Like you're stuck, you're in a 50-year-old's body stuck at 21. Like you never matured or learned or like your sense of humor. Like you're stuck at like your 20s. And it's just like at what point do you start gaining wisdom, right? Like
Some people don't. It ain't about wisdom. It's just about you gotta have like ambition and purpose. Like growing up, like the people around me was always like the worst thing. I mean, actually, my dad told me this, bro. My dad told me this when I was like 15. He was like, the worst thing you can do is have an idle mind and not have no job. He was like, or play sports. He's like, if you play sports, that means you committed to it. He's like, if you just sitting around doing nothing, eventually you're gonna get in something you don't need to be in. And like,
that's so
that's
true.
true, bro. Like for real,
Wise
for real.
words.
So I always thought about that. So like, people that got time to sit around and smoke all day, people that gotta
Exactly.
don't go to work, you know what I'm saying? Don't take care of responsibilities. Don't have no ambitions or goals. It's like, what do you think is gonna happen? Like, you know?
Right. And to be honest, and this is just my life. I'm sure people can relate, but like I'm only speaking on me is through the times in my life where whether I was just selling gas and that was my 9 to 5 or I just didn't have to work too much, but I was able to pay bills and I just had more time on my hands. I would smoke a lot more. I'd watch porn. I'd just play the game just endlessly, like not even anything constructive about it, just playing the game just to play the game. I'd scroll and I'm just like I'm wasting my life doing things that give me like little what's dopamine. Like all these little things, whether it's playing the game, scrolling, doing this, doing that. I'm not working out. Even though I have all this time on my hands, I'm not going to the gym with this time. I'm choosing to eat. I'm choosing to play the game and just be comfortable on my ass. Like
Yeah.
get up and do something. So I've learned if I at least have a job and I'm already busy, I will make the time for the podcast because I'm just already busy. Like, fine, I'll just fit it in. I'll make the time to go to the gym. Like, all right, just got done with work, just got done doing the pod. My last thing of the day I need to do is go to the gym. All right, I'll feel successful if I go to the gym.
Yeah.
Cool. When you have all day to do whatever you want,
It's not good.
you don't even clean the house. You didn't even clean
That's what I'm
nothing, and
saying.
you just sat around watching YouTube,
Wash your
watching
face, brush your teeth, simple stuff, bro. Start skipping
simple
steps, bro.
stuff, making your bed. Like
But I mean, everybody go through a phase, especially when I feel like when you young and black in the area we live in, bro.
for
That's why I
sure.
like, you know what I'm saying? You go through a phase, it's just like you don't have, like you just demotivated. And like I can tell by how, if you live in our city, you get like desensitized to stuff. Like
Mm.
you get desensitized and you just like, well, everybody else do it, or like, oh, my parents do it, or oh, all my friends do this, so
Mm.
I'm gonna do it, which is like that follower mindset. But like when you ain't got no good role models or no good influences around you, of course you're gonna do bad stuff. That's any kid. Like when you're that age. So think about it. If you get into that cycle in fifth grade, by the time you turn 15 or 16, you already on an 8 year process of doing the
You're
same thing. You cooked,
cooked.
yeah.
And
It's hard to break that,
yes, and
and we broke that. So you know,
right, okay, but here's my thing as now we're both fathers, right? Is I don't care. Argue with your mama. I'm so strict on fathers need to be present. Everyone feels that, obviously. But like here's my thing is the man at least raised by just a single mother. Shout out to the single mother. You did all you could, and flowers to you because you had to work overtime. You had to put meals on the table. But this isn't about that. This is about what the son missed in that period of time is the structure, the discipline. Even as a coach, I'm sure you can tell the boys who have only been raised by a mom and the boys who do have a dad in their life,
for sure.
the way they listen to any type of authority, whether it's police officers, whether it's your principal, your basketball coach, like I said, but having your father in your life is going to at least narrow your mind onto
Structure.
structure.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's how I felt. Like my dad wasn't around growing up, you know. So like,
Right.
but I was more hurt by it. I didn't like necessarily do crazy stuff, but it's just like for me personally, I feel like by my dad not being around, I just kind of like felt like I could do whatever I wanted.
Right.
Like my mom saying like stop doing this, but just like
It's different.
it's my mom. Like, well, Not even like not. I don't know how to explain it. Like
No, I 100%
I'm
get it.
trying to figure out a way to explain it without sounding disrespectful. Cause not like I
It's
don't
not
respect my mom, but
disrespectful.
just like for instance, I want to go hang out with my friends. My mom's like an overthinker. She assuming the worst. Like there were some days where I did do some bad stuff, but like that's not
Right.
every time. Like
Right.
some days I am just leaving to go play the game.
Exactly.
Now if I get there and we playing the game and something else happens after that, I didn't plan for that to happen,
Right.
But it's just like no, like when you have a dad around, he gonna tell you what to look out for.
Yes, and if I'm gonna be honest, I think it's just in human anatomy that a male putting that deep voice, that tone, that masculine energy into saying no is gonna hit different than your mom putting that energy into no. Because yes, your mom can be stern, your mom could whip your ass, but your mom saying no and your dad saying no are different. And like, I know you said you didn't get to experience, growing up with a dad, but you still had male figures, I'm sure, just because you were very into the sports world,
The Hoopers,
the Hoopers, that when they said no, it was a different type of authority.
yeah, bro.
Like your coach saying no, and you're actually a part of this team. You're not just someone who played basketball just for the fun. Like you actually care about winning and you're invested. Your coach saying no to you is different. It's a different type of like, you got it. Because you can do suicides. You cannot play. It's different compared to your mom being like, no. So like me seeing that already in life and then seeing my son act out, and my son's 3, but he acts out with his mom different than he acts with me. Like,
As any boy will.
right. And in my head, I'm like, he does not do this
That's
at
like
my
natural.
house.
Yeah, it's like natural, bro.
And I'm just understanding that's just human psychology.
As
So,
any boy, yeah. So I'm glad that I'm with the I'm with my son's mom. So
right.
that's a good
Fire.
thing. So we gonna grow. So it's just like, but that's also
Good
another thing though.
balance.
We're gonna have to figure out how to, as he gets older, balance that.
Right.
So I've never seen that before. So now I gotta figure out how to do
Ooh.
it.
And that's another thing I never think of because I was fortunate enough to have my dad. And my dad was very non-affectionate. He was, he's from Africa. He was in the military for 18
Wait, talking
years.
about you African?
Africa,
Like
from
you
like
like
Zimbabwe.
you real life African?
I was born in St. Louis, but my whole family is from Zimbabwe.
Is Kuda from Africa?
Okay, so Kuda was also born in St. Louis, but they went back for a little bit.
Okay.
So Kuda has a little bit of
So you from the motherland?
the motherland,
That's tight.
like the
When you going
land.
back? I'm trying to go.
I'm trying to low key. I'm trying to go within the next couple
Like I'm dead
years.
serious. Like I'm trying to go.
For
I'm
real,
dead serious. Like
touch like the roots. You know what I
I
mean?
just want to go. Like I like traveling. Only been to Mexico. I think only been to Mexico.
I've only been to Colombia on a mission trip, so I would love to go to Africa. I've never been to Africa, and I'm 27. I'm an African man
Dang, so you African? Never been to Africa?
and never been to Africa. So
You need to edit that out.
you feel me? People out there are like, he's not even African. My name is Kuziwa Kwashe Blessing Joe. They see that and they're like, nah, he's never even been here.
Damn, that's
Do
crazy.
you know how to eat sadza with your hands? You know what I mean? Do you know how to eat greens with the fufu, as everyone knows it? Do you know how to eat fufu?
That's tight.
Can you speak the language?
Can you?
Kanjan.
What that mean?
That means what's up? And then like you'd say mushe. That means like how's it going? Didi writes like I'm doing all right.
How,
Like,
how did you learn that though? From your mom?
from my people.
From your people?
So I never learned the full language, but I can understand it.
Can you speak it fluently? No.
Like me and my brother were in a WhatsApp group chat because we were supposed to go for a family reunion last year. My dad went, but Kuda got in the group chat something about I can't understand what you guys are saying, and then some dude, and I don't even know who it is. Somebody in my family was like, "What do you mean you don't speak Shona?" And I was like, "Ooh, Kuda, you on your own." I didn't say
Wait. So
shit.
what's the name of the language? Your native
Shona.
tongue? Shuna?
Shona.
Shona?
Yeah.
How you spell that?
Shona.
I'm gonna look that up.
Shona.
Next time I see you, it could be 3 months, 4 months. I'm gonna just say
If you know
something.
some Shona, I'm taking you to the crib because they finna make you.
I'm like when I get home tonight, bro. I'm finna like look it up for real, for real. Like I ain't never heard
Bro,
that before.
I'm telling you, my mom would be impressed, and she'll look at me. She'll be like, "He knows more Shona than you. You need to learn." Like she'll cook me. But now that we're on Africa, I will say that nothing hits harder than African food.
Never had none.
And my mom's sadza greens,
I don't eat greens. I ain't gonna lie.
bro. You've never had my mom's greens with the African herbs, bro. Oh my goodness,
It would hurt to try, but I
bro. I'm telling you, what is it about greens you don't like?
just don't like it. It's nasty.
Do you like any type of green vegetable?
I don't like green beans.
I just have never seen anyone who didn't like my mom's greens. But
I'm not saying that. It could be different.
bro, I'm telling you,
We'll see. Maybe
yes,
you
bro.
set it up. I'm with it.
Let's do it, bro. We could even record it.
No, we're not gonna do that.
In case my dudes gets disrespected.
Yeah,
type vibe?
for
Okay,
real.
for sure.
I'll try it though.
Okay, and
I'm not gonna be disrespectful. I'll
but
just be like the same.
respect enough that you would try it.
Yeah,
Okay, and something that I also have been asking a lot of people that I've had on. And you know what? Seeing Self made me realize that I need to do it one more time.
Uh-oh. Why you look like that?
Mount Rushmore
Uh-oh.
of R&B. Who you got?
Chris Brown.
Nice. I think Self said that as well. And that was your first choice.
Trey Songz. No. I don't know. I'm not
Mount
a
Rushmore?
I'm not an R&B listener. I ain't really gonna lie to you like that. That's a bad question for me.
Okay. That's fair. I'm glad you said that
I
because
ain't
I
gonna
would have
sit here and
definitely
cap.
judged your list. Okay, let's go. An OG question. Set the stage. You are the promoter of a show. You have 3 acts, dead or alive. Who are you booking for your show?
Any genre.
Any genre. This is your show.
Dead or alive.
Dead or alive.
Michael Jackson.
Of course.
Michael Jackson. Like I'm trying to appease like a global or like my own personal favorite.
This is you, and whoever wants to come to your show can come to your show. But this is you. You have to find your opener, your middle act, and then your closer.
Well, it's separate for me. If I'm trying to like make a big event where like I can have a melting pot of people, it's gonna be separate than my own personal. I'm not gonna lie. Like if I'm trying to like if I wanna put on a big show, right?
Like a Lollapalooza,
Yeah, like where I want white people, black people, Asian people, Mexican people, like to come to. It's gonna be different than just me personally, who I want to book.
Okay, let me hear your personal first, and then I'm curious to see who.
On my personal, if I'm booking my own personal show, 50 Cent probably my favorite rapper of all time.
Ooh,
So
I'm
50,
not mad. I got Michael and 50 at the show.
So no, I'm taking Michael out. He not in my personal. But my own personal show, I got 50 Cent.
Okay, 50. We're good so far.
My own personal, 50 Cent definitely the headliner.
50's going last.
NWA.
First or second?
We could open up with NWA.
Okay, I like that. Open up with NWA. Classic vibes.
We could open up with NWA.
And who's going right before 50?
Now NWA 50, then Lil Wayne to close. Or 50, yeah, NWA 50, then Lil Wayne to close.
Chat, are we closing with Wayne or 50? This is your show though, so let me not.
If it's up to me, we closing with 50. But
yeah,
but Lil Wayne's probably more appeasing to everybody.
Yes,
so Lil Wayne.
But I'd rather close.
But if we go on a global scale, give me Michael Jackson. Give me.
I'm gonna say Bob Marley and the Beatles.
Nah. The Beatles is up there though. The Beatles is tough. The Beatles is
tough. Stop fucking the Beatles too.
Michael Jackson for sure. Ooh. I thought you gotta throw Chris Brown in there. Like the entertainer though. Michael Jackson, Chris Brown. I feel like I gotta throw a girl in there, but like I don't know. Beyonce probably. Michael Jackson, Chris Brown, Beyonce. Everybody's gonna come to that. You're gonna have girls there because Beyonce there. Michael Jackson's gonna have older people. You're gonna have people our age. You're gonna have younger people there. Probably not the younger generation, but our age and up, they gonna be there. Do you throw in
Okay. I'm sorry.
No, you good.
And as a black man, I hate that my brain went here. If I'm throwing the show as well, I'm putting Beyonce because Beyonce is Queen Bee. She's her. But if we're going based off of your like second lineup of just trying to get everyone there, Taylor Swift is beating Beyonce. I'm sorry.
No.
But this is your list. No. And I'm not saying Taylor Swift over Beyonce. Please don't try to get me on that.
No, I'm not saying, no, I'm just saying, bro. Nah, bro. Taylor Swift is up there, but she's not Beyonce.
Taylor Swift has more hits than Beyonce. Oh, why did I say that? Taylor Swift has more hits than Beyonce, though.
Swifties? Man, I'm not, I haven't listened to Taylor Swift since, like, Peoria Christian, though. So, like, I kind of fell off when I left there. I ain't gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. But Beyonce is, like, it's hard not to listen to that when you, like...
Beyonce's great. I'd rather see...
So, I can't approve or deny what you just said. I ain't gonna...
That's fair. You're not gonna
Like
get
the
yourself
last Taylor Swift
canceled.
song I listened to was like she was like when you're 16,
Was it Buns?
somebody tells you they love you, they gonna believe. That was like when I was like in 8th grade,
Oh,
bro.
I'm
That's
not.
the last Taylor Swift song I heard.
Really?
Yeah, that's how much I'm not in tune with Taylor Swift.
You just don't like Taylor Swift.
No, I just like the people I was around listen to that. I don't. There's nobody around me listening to that. Like even on my Apple
On a
Music, I don't even
consistent
see like when
basis.
she drops something, I don't even see it unless I'm on Facebook. Like the last thing I heard about her was with Travis Kelsey.
Right.
Like I just don't.
She's on some different vibes.
Yeah, just don't. I don't ever see her music. Like if she was promoting it, like maybe she that better promoter or something. But I just really don't ever see it. Like
Yeah, I feel like she's the #1 artist right now.
I never see it.
Not personal opinion, but like numbers
Like
wise.
TikTok, Facebook,
Like numbers in
Twitter.
general.
I mean numbers, yeah, but I just personally don't see it.
Don't see it.
Like if I seen it, I would click on it, but like I just really don't see it. I see more Beyonce all the time.
Yeah.
So don't like whenever I see Taylor Swift, it's related to football and Travis Kelsey. To be honest.
So your second lineup, I hope I didn't cut you off before your last one.
No, you good.
Your second lineup, you've got Beyonce as a female, you've got Chris Brown, you've got
Michael Jackson.
Michael Jackson.
I need two more.
You need one more.
Oh, one more.
Oh no, that's the three. That's the three.
Yeah, Chris Brown,
So
Michael
you got your
Jackson, Beyonce.
Okay.
It's
So
gonna sell out. Selling out in like 15 minutes. Selling out in like 15 minutes. In the arena. In the arena,
No
that's
doubt.
done in 15
No
minutes. The one
Michael
my
Jackson is cheat code, but like Chris Brown and Beyonce are also like,
bro, Chris Brown got back from Africa. He got people cheating on their husbands in front of them. Like,
bro, if my on everything I love, if my girl goes on stage for the Chris Brown show, I'm not leaving with her. I'm leaving you there, and Chris better take you on his tour bus
Just not
because
so
you're
girl.
not getting a ride
Chris
home.
Brown came to Peoria.
Yes,
He was here.
If my girl wanted to pick with him,
That's kind of forcing it.
I'm hating. Yes, I'm hating.
But when you get a pick with like a NBA superstar,
Yes, but this is a man.
so don't.
If I fangirl over Beyonce or Rihanna, you can have the same energy. Because I'm not gonna lie, Beyonce and Rihanna come in the room, yes, I'm gonna be stargazed, and yes, I might want that picture. So you can have that same energy.
I want to meet them because like they successful.
They're successful. I just want to see what the vibe is. I don't really want to immediately get on that, obviously.
Like if I see them, I wouldn't even talk to them about music. I would talk to them like, what did it take to get here? Like my idol has always been Carmelo Anthony, and I got to meet him in Indiana, bro. And
You met every. Oh yeah, you told me about that,
yeah,
bro. That's crazy.
We didn't talk about nothing basketball. We talked about straight money, like straight bit. I talked to him for during a game, bro. Like I'm talking like I'm on a court reffing. And then my friend Sean Hall, he was like, bro, turn around. I'm like, shut up, bro. I'm reffing. Like I'm doing like this ain't like no rinky dink stuff. I'm doing like EYBL game. He like, bro, turn around, bro. Turned around. It's Carmelo Anthony. Called the time out myself. I was like, Carmelo Anthony, what's up, bro? Can I get a picture? Swear to God, bro. Can't make this up.
You called the timeout?
Yes, bro. That's like my idol, bro. It's like one of my favorite people ever, bro. If it weren't for him, I wouldn't play basketball. I'm not gonna lie. So, but like I said, we talked during the game. After, not nothing about basketball, just about money and business. That's like I don't know.
You met Carmelo, and the crazy thing is, I wasn't finna hop on the same bandwagon, but my favorite player from the jump has always been Carmelo Anthony.
For real?
Bro,
That's my dog.
This is my Facebook, obviously.
For real?
We're going all the way to the
you see my
jump,
thing,
bro.
My 7. Oh, you see it, bro.
First, bro. This is 2011.
Bro, I'm finna take
Mello fan. Mello everywhere. 2012. We're going back
Look,
to
I'm finna
Mello.
go to my old Facebook, bro. You tripping?
Knicks snapback. I tried to do it last time, and I couldn't get it to focus. Knicks snapback. This is the old Facebook. Mello was everywhere. I'm telling y'all. Mello.
Yeah, you know.
Mello. You know what I mean? Like real Mello fan in the building.
That's crazy. I did not know that.
Bro. Mello was yes, bro.
Oh, we definitely like that now.
Locked
That's all I
in,
need to hear, bro. That's all I need to hear.
Mello was a guy. Okay, and then I do have to ask you, and this just makes sense with the question, even though you said you never asked anyone to call you Tori. But what's next for Toriano, and what's next for Tori?
Let me the same person.
They're the same person.
Sure.
But we can put what's next for the coach, what's next for family man, regular man, just.
I mean, it all goes together. You know, I get to be Not only do I get to be a role model and a good influence for my son, I get to be a good role model and influence for everybody, all the kids in our area, female or
Yes.
male. So I mean, that's even I could do that. I was doing that without coaching. Like
But you got a big name, you know?
I ain't gonna say all that now. I don't
Very
have a
humble
big
guy,
name
like we've
yet.
said in the beginning.
I
Very humble.
don't have a big name like
But
that,
I feel
bro.
like you've always had some sort of name since at least you hooped. And then now you're in a space where you can say things like that to like show the younger generation, like, we fuck with y'all. You know what I mean? Like, you're not just
I
out here by
definitely.
yourself. Like,
You could ask any kid I've been with, bro. They know, bro. Like
that's fire.
we just like I understand, bro. That's all it is. The same things that they get into, I'm into. The same music I listen to. The video
Exactly.
games. I remember even being at Quest, like something as simple as playing Fortnite with fifth and sixth graders. You know, we playing Fortnite for like 7 hours.
That builds that
I don't
bond.
know. I don't know why I'm doing this because I'm trash at it. But like the fact that y'all can do this and communicate, like for me personally, it was like, what are y'all doing y'all free time? Because y'all not working on y'all game. They like we play Fortnite and like, there was this dude named Julius. I don't remember his last name, but he was like he's like ranked in the world. And like when we was at Quest, I was like he was carrying us, bro, like 30
So he
kills a
was
game.
like that.
No, he was definitely like that.
And then we live in a day,
And
in
he
a,
was like telling other people what to do. Like he was telling me what to do. Like
he said,
sixth
I'm
grade.
coach.
Yeah, but he was telling me what to do, bro. And I was just like,
But we live in a world where they can capitalize off that and make money. So it's
yeah.
like,
Oh, for
even
real.
though yeah,
He
bro,
definitely should be making money.
yes, they can stream, they can go on tournaments, they can do XYZ. So like, you might have been coaching him on basketball, but whole time his big agenda was being cold at this
Yeah.
video game, and
It's
you
like
helped him do that.
that's like team chemistry though. Like even like
Right.
2K, like I never had a my player. You can ask any of my. I've never played my player. I've never had one. But like I literally made one because they talk. They the players that we had at Quest, they were running them on the game, and I literally told them I'm on my headphone listening. I'm like y'all running this play better in the game than y'all
Yeah,
do in
in real
real
life.
life. I'm like, how does that make
That
sense?
blew you.
No, that blew them. It didn't blow me because they were
Ah.
just like, what? I was like, bro, this is the same play we run in practice. Y'all just did
And you
this
guys
like,
can understand it in 2K.
bro. These are fifth and sixth graders. So it just blew my
Yes. Okay.
that blew my
Actually, that
mind.
makes sense because on everything I love, maybe you're different because, basketball savant, you've always loved to hoop. But for me, as the average Joe in hooping, playing actual basketball and learning just where to be, where to set the screen, learning where the block, where the key is, all these different terms, and just knowing where to be was a lot harder than just knowing in 2K if I set the screen at this point and then roll around here, I'll get an open shot.
For
That's
real.
much easier to understand for me than that board where you got a marker and you're like,
Why?
the X's and I don't know,
It's the
just my
same thing
brain.
though.
It's not though.
It is.
Because I'm just being thrown off by someone telling me rather than me doing it myself. And like, obviously the first screen and get the ball and shoot, like the first time it might not work, but whether it works or not, you learn how to do it in 2K. In the game, if you don't know how to do it, you're sitting next to coach. there's no keep on messing up. You know what I mean? Like
I feel you. I can understand that, which is kind of like that's kind of weird, I guess. But like, was that high school basketball or middle school
middle
basketball? You had
school, I didn't even get a chance.
that's kind of messed up. I gave everybody a chance. Every player I give a chance. I don't know how many chances I'm gonna give you, but you're gonna get at least two. That third
If you
time,
work hard, no matter what, I feel like I have a spot on you for my team. If you just
for
naturally
real.
work, because even if I just need you in practice to just go crazy at the starters,
Um,
you will find a spot on the team. But if you, my case, I was 5'3", I could kind of shoot the
you
ball. I
fight. How
wasn't
tall are you
fast.
now?
Now I'm 6'2".
Dang.
In seventh and eighth grade, seventh grade I was 5'3", eighth grade I was 5'5". So I'm thinking of seventh grade where I
I
like
was like
kind of
5'5" in like eighth grade.
Okay, so we were the same height in eighth grade, but you got clock. That's the only difference.
I mean, I played a lot of basketball though. Or I played a lot, like 24/7. And that's crazy. Was my first sport wasn't even basketball. It was football. And the reason I stopped playing football was because my parents wouldn't send me to Manual, which was pure Christian to have a football team, or I would have kept playing that.
Oh, you were probably cold in football.
I was definitely raw.
Running back?
Everything. Running back, slot, defensive end. Defensive end was my best
Quarterback?
position. No, I couldn't. I never tried
Do the
it.
ball, right?
I never like I did in like practice. Like we had like plays where like they would have me snap it and like keep it. That was like a set play. Like I never threw the ball in the game. I'm not gonna lie. But like in practice, like if the quarterback didn't come, they let me play it. It was
That's
just like
fire.
so. I was like more of like a if I gotta throw it 15 yards or less, we gonna get there. Because if you blitz me, I'm gonna take off, and you're just not gonna catch me. But like, if I got time to set up, and it ain't hard to throw nobody the ball. I feel like
Facts.
it might be ugly, but it's
But
effective
you gonna get it. Just
at
pure
that age.
athleticism.
At that age, like in middle school, yeah. Not
Not getting into like high school and
that's
like
way different. Because I was gonna play at Dunlap, but I was like,
hoop dreams.
nah,
He said football ain't for me no more.
nah.
Honest,
I couldn't lift. That's what set me back.
you couldn't
Lifting.
lift.
Nah, I just hated it, bro. I hate
Yeah, but you
lifting.
don't look out of shape. Like
I mean, I'm not. I'm like a more of like a endurance. Like I
right,
run a lot.
lean muscle. Like,
Yeah,
but yeah, you don't look like you're out of shape at all.
I hated lifting. That's the only thing I ever got yelled at for sports. Just lifting. They like Tory lift. I'm like, no. Like, but it's like I have to. But I did it because they made me do it. Like if they wouldn't have made me do it, then I wouldn't have done it.
That's still instilling its own type of discipline. But if I'm gonna be honest, we were talking before the chat about doing a sports pod. I think that's necessary just because we've probably been talking for at least an hour. And this doesn't even feel like an hour. Like it feels like I have so many different things I can still talk to you about. Just
That's
because
what I do, bro, all the time.
this
Bro.
is your, I just because keep in mind I appreciate all the guests I've had, and honestly I've not had a bad pod. So thank you to all the guests. But obviously there's different guests who there's a lot more topics I can reach on, and like you engage in the topic, so you add on to it and you expand it. So like we could talk for hours about certain things. Even like the Peoria like 5 versus 5, we could expand on that for another like 30 minutes. But like
Yeah.
you know what I mean? I think you would do well in this field and like doing some sort of, you kind of already mentioned that you do something like this and you have someone who records you at certain times, you mic up certain players and stuff. But I genuinely think even just hearing you talk to the camera, talk to me, like you should explore this bag a little bit. You know what I mean? Like,
Come on.
let's do it.
I'm waiting on you. I've been ready.
Okay,
I've
so
been
all
ready
right,
for years.
chat, y'all hearing it here first. So now it's on me. So the next thing you see with Kuzi and Tori is something great. Hopefully, the start to something that you guys will enjoy as well. Once again, I appreciate you coming on the podcast.
For sure, bro.
It was a great pod. We
I
got
was
to talk
shocked.
about a lot of
I
good
was shocked
things.
when you reached out. I was like, why do you want me to come on the podcast?
Okay, so
I was confused.
if I'm gonna be honest, obviously like seeing you one state, that was a big thing, but just already thinking of like who I can talk to about certain things and like who would I don't know, just go well with the pod. You came to mind because you know basketball. And I knew that was gonna be something we could dive in on, but we even talked about more than basketball.
Yeah, that's
what I
crazy
mean?
because I expected to not talk about basketball. That's why I text you.
I couldn't wait to talk about basketball specifically.
That's everybody wants to talk about sports with me, but it's just like I'd be so burnt out of that. But it's just like it's hard not to because I love it. But it's just like it's more than just sports. Is more. It's so much more stuff going on.
Oh right.
Yeah, that's why I texted you though. I'm like,
what else?
We're talking about like state or like what we talking about.
Right, and we got to talk about you just had Sun, so that was something that just happened. You obviously won state.
I guess that is a big thing though. Like it hasn't hit me yet. I ain't gonna lie.
That's huge, dude. Like that's.
Yeah. It's not gonna hit me until our picture go up on the wall.
How many people have you met in life that can say I've won a state championship?
Jalen Brunson.
Right. So you've met everyone. That's another point. And even
I'm there every big moment. I'm there. I don't miss big moments, man.
Well, I would love to be a part of some future big moments.
Come on.
We can have it all documented, recorded, and the public can see all these great things you're accomplishing in life. But once again, thank you for coming out to the show. Hopefully we have another show in the future that you guys can see more content of. If you guys don't know where to find him, Facebook, Toriano Hollie, Instagram, what?
I don't even know my Instagram. Let me see. Instagram, YHM_777. So if you need me to follow me on Instagram, it's gonna be mostly about sports and the youth. So
come on.
If you're not into that, I don't know why you will follow me. But yeah, Facebook definitely. I do more than just sports,
Exactly.
So
they have a reason to follow you. You got big things coming in.
Yeah. So thank you for having me, bro.
Of course, bro. I appreciate it. Thank you. And thank y'all for watching another episode of Kuzimato Talks. We'll see you next time.